sweat the technique.
3-1. We know what's at stake. We know what's at stake. No, I'm putting the burden on myself. Just try to win. Just try to get one and come back home.
7 days out of top, we cheat.
It feels like no team in the league has home court advantage like we do.
OKC play with a ton of energy. Just trying to exceed their energy or match it at least.
Don't sweat the technique. Never sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique.
Understanding that the most important thing is like what's in front of you. We have to want it more than them.
Keep the main thing. Don't get too comfortable. Let the games begin.
Route too easy, hit the switch and went pop. Don't sweat the technique.
It's tough. You know how close you are, but yet it's still so far away. It's still so far away.
Don't sweat the technique.
It is win or go home. You heard SGA say it. So close yet so far. Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals is upon us as the series has shifted back to OKC. The Thunder look to close it out. The T-Wolves trying to keep their season alive. What will give as the two young stars go head-to-head once more? Will it be SGA that gets the better of Ant or Ant that extends the series? Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hoop Streams, presented by DoorDash. I'm Vanessa Richardson. This is my partner, Iman. Shumpert, did you think we'd be here? Did you think OKC would be up 3-1? What was your prediction?
I didn't think they'd be up 3-1, but I do know that once you go up 3-1, it's time to wear all black, so that's what I did.
Ooh, nice segue. Listen, we're going to have Brian Windhorst here to talk Knicks, Pacers. Our girl Chiney Ogwumike is going to stop by as well, but you mentioned it. You're rocking the all black, and teams used to do that when they would show up. It was almost like for an elimination game, like it was a funeral-type atmosphere. And with that, let's go to our segment that we like to call Walk It Out. You saw Shump and I walking it out. Let's get to the videos of Walk It Out.
And let's cut the lights. I want to turn the Paycom Center into the club. Oh, City, you ready to walk?
There we go.
I love it. We got Ant showing up today. All right, Shump, give us a vibe check.
Always comfortable. We got neutral, all gray on. What's that, a little beige on the bottoms? You know what I'm saying? Real neutral, ready to go. Still can't see him. Nobody look him in the eyes. He's all business. I told you about the phone. You got to have the phone.
Got to look at the phone.
Got to send them texts out.
All right, let's take a look at the reigning MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What'd you think of his get-up? Ooh, I love denim. I'm a denim person.
I love it, but, you know, what do they call that? Canadian tuxedo?
Yes.
That's what it is. You know, naturally, I think it's a nice, smooth move. You know what I mean?
It's also a
something
very
that we expect.
OKC look. It's a very OKC look.
We expect that out of him. Got the chains tucked in. Still about business, but it's a little more casual around here.
All right, and the veteran, Julius Randle.
You know, I honestly love this.
Chicago boy.
It makes me feel like Julius Randle is right now not worried about fashion. He's not worried about his appearance. He wants to come out here and be a junkyard dog. It looks like he's ready to rebound. That's what I need him to do. He looks comfortable. Get out here, put your shoulder in somebody else's shoulder, finish strong around the basket.
As a Chicago boy, you have to love the MJ nod as well.
Yeah,
all right, Chet Holmgren.
That boy is walking into the right locker room, man. I'm telling you, this is such an OKC look. They got the long sleeve under the short sleeve. I don't know if this man is about to go shopping, hang out with his friends at the mall. He might go see Final Destination before, but now he's here and he's ready to play.
There are so many activities that Chet Holmgren could be doing in that outfit, but he is going to help his team, he hopes, advance to the finals. Your outfit. Did you see the reactions of your outfit?
I did. I get it. Not everybody understands it. That was actually a look that I've done time and time again while playing in the NBA. Luckily for me this time, I got to wear my own shorts. So those are my centerpiece shorts. I get it. It was a weird angle because they sitting up there, they all up top. But if you saw the Walk It Out, it was done purposely.
You didn't hide from it. You had it in our Walk It Out video, but it didn't really go viral.
What the fans don't understand is if you throw me the ball, I'll take the jacket off and get out there and help you. I'm available for both teams. I just can't stop wearing red. I'm a Chicago guy. The Bulls are out. I haven't gotten the root for the Bulls, so I wore my red shorts. If anybody needs me, call me.
It's like a mullet. Very professional on the top, party on the bottom.
You know what I mean?
Got a Zoom meeting look.
Business cash.
Business cash. I liked it. All right, let's look back at Game 4. There are a lot of layers to each game, each player's performance. Have we seen the superstar performances we thought we would? So this is a segment called Something or Nothing. And the first one here, the roller coaster that has been Julius Randle in the playoffs. Now, before Game 1, we heard Mike Conley Jr. say that Julius Randle has been integral to this team. But you can't deny Game 1, 28 points, 5 turnovers. Game 2, 6 points, 4 turnovers.
Yep.
Game 3, 24 points, no turnovers.
Oh,
Obviously excellent. Game 4, 5 points, 5 turnovers.
Julius,
So,
you're
Shump,
killing me.
I ask you, as we are on this roller coaster, the Hoop Streams roller coaster, I love that from our graphics
rough.
team, by the way. Julius Randle's roller coaster, something or nothing?
Man, it's something, honestly, because right now they need him. He needs to put up a tremendous effort. So I think it's definitely something we need to look at. I didn't like sitting in the back of that roller coaster.
No.
I mean, those bumps are ridiculous. But when you talk about a drop-off like that, when you're somebody like Ant-Man, when you're just a guy that wants to keep the train on the tracks, you start feeling like you might need to do a little more because he did a little less. And I need him to be way more consistent, at least in one of the departments. He should have at least 12 to 15 rebounds a game. I need him to keep those turnovers down. Those turnovers go up every time. It's like a common theme. Every time he has a little off game, it seems like it comes from turnovers and it comes from just forcing things. I need things to come to him. I need him to pick his spots being aggressive. But everybody on the court should understand when he's picking them spots.
You have to get something from somebody that is so physically dominant
Without a
every game.
Without a doubt.
Speaking of physically dominant, Anthony Edwards has the ability to be the aggressor, but I want to show you what he said after the last game.
Oh, man.
I don't look at it like I struggled or he struggled. They had a good game plan, making us get off the ball. Especially for me, man, it was super in the gaps. I made the right play all night, so I don't really look at it like I struggled. I didn't get enough shots to say I struggled, so that might be how you guys look at it. But yeah, I didn't struggle at all. I made the right play.
All right, Shump, Ant says he didn't struggle. Something or nothing?
That's something. I think that Anthony Edwards, he understood the question. I thought it was a nice media-trained response. But when we start talking about the playoffs, I think Anthony Edwards needs to understand taking the bait like that and not being aggressive falls right into the OKC Thunder's hands. That's exactly what they wanted, and that's what they came out with within their game plan. What he needs to understand is whether y'all throw that game plan at me or not, at least by the second half, I figured it out. I'm still being aggressive. I'm still getting to my spots, and I'm still getting 2 feet in that lane. Anthony Edwards is way too casual with passing that ball in any type of situation, and I can't see them winning unless he erupts.
All right, last but not least, anytime you have a very young team, specifically a young core, like the Oklahoma City Thunder, they start winning a lot, and people start using the word dynasty. Could they be a dynasty? Could this be a big 3? Something or nothing, that word dynasty with this Thunder team.
As much as I love this team, that's nothing to me.
Yeah.
I don't see this group being a group that can dominate the NBA for years to come. I do see them being a group that is always going to be in the hunt, to where if injuries comes into play, if just executing down the stretch comes to play, they can come alive. I do not think they'll become a dynasty. When we start talking about the Golden State Warriors,
that's right.
We start talking about the Chicago Bulls, the Boston Celtics, you start talking about those special groups that we saw where you're watching them play, and the whole time you're watching them or you're playing against them, you're trying to figure out, what is our adjustment? What do we do? At the end of the game, we did everything right. They still won. They still have a guy that can put back to the basket and make something happen at the end. They still have a guy that's going to shoot it from wherever he crosses over half court, Steph Curry. And it's going to go in. We have to make an adjustment to that. When you talk about this group with the Thunder, I see a lot of things that, you know, when they have to match up with somebody that has one of those superstars that knows how to play, that knows how to win at the end, that is not worried about some of the stuff that we worry about when you start seeing them struggle with the whistle, struggling with being able to get defensive rebounds and letting the Thunder get second chance points. When people can cut their water off, I don't think that they will be able to be a dynasty, but great team, and I think that they're going to be in the Final Four a lot within the next couple of years if they can continue to keep this group together. But
that's the key. People have to get paid. SGA's 26,
and he's
J-Dub 24, Chet is 23.
He's up, ain't he? Ain't SGA up? MVP season and up.
And yeah, and so when you take inventory on that, not only can they keep them together, but will they keep winning at a high level? I hate to bring the Celtics into this, but everyone said they were going to this Celtics team to be a dynasty. And you look at the injury to Tatum, and now a lot of that is up in the air because of their contract situation.
Without a doubt, understanding
it takes
time.
a lot for a dynasty to happen.
Time and situation, health. We don't talk about health enough, but health
Correct.
comes into it. It can shorten a career, it can extend a career. It can also hurt a team's chances because, like we talk about all the time, the window to win is always a lot smaller than people think. And when you have a special group, you have to do special things right away. That's what scares me about Ant Edwards in this situation.
And as somebody that covers the Rockets, when will the Warriors dynasty be over? I don't know, but I'm ready for it. All right, that'll do it for that segment. Now we're going to talk about Game 4 between the Pacers and Knicks. Let's get to it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Oh.
Haliburton, a near triple-double here in the first half.
I was just trying to be aggressive, man, just trying to play my best. I felt like I let the team down in Game 3, so I felt like I responded the right way today.
Shot clock at 3, Haliburton for 3. And a triple-double for Tyrese Haliburton. The Indiana Pacers are 1 win away from the NBA Finals.
I'll be ready to go Game 5. Energy in the building is going to be a lot of fun, and we got to be ready to go.
And now we bring in our insider, Brian Windhorst. What a masterclass by Tyrese Haliburton. What did you see from him?
I don't even know what was most impressive. Obviously, he had 32 points. That's awesome. But 30 points in a playoff game is good, but we kind of see it every game. 15 assists. Holy Moses. Okay, it led to 37 points. So he had, I think he created 67 points off his scoring and passing.
0 turnovers.
Zero turnovers.
And let me add one more thing. 12 defensive rebounds, which meant that he gets the ball off the glass and he can go.
Exactly.
So that cuts out a layer, which makes their fast break even more effective. I'm telling you, from an efficiency standpoint, it's the absolute apex. Yeah. And he is more than his scoring. He drives their entire speed game, which is their heart of their strategy. His value is immense when he's playing like this. Just an absolutely amazing performance, especially in a situation where it was a kill shot. Getting up 3-1 puts them in great position. He knew it.
Let me give you a stat real quick, Shump. First player in NBA history to drop 30, 15, 10 with 0 turnovers in a playoff game.
Wow, it's really unbelievable. That's what I wanted to touch on. Him having no turnovers was impressive to me, not because, he's out there finding his guys and he putting them in sweet spots. What was impressive to me was seeing how many times the Indiana Pacers got themselves into bad situations. And every time they did, they picked that ball up and they looked for him. He got the ball, he corralled it, he probably had 8 seconds, and he made the right decision every single time. It led to short corner bounce passes. It led to right under the rim passes, no looks. Guys were hitting inside-out threes, and I'm thinking every time something bad happens, he makes something good happen. When you have somebody doing that, I think it's very hard for the Knicks to bring back any type of response, because when we watch the other side, we keep talking about how Brunson is having such a hard time. He's doing so much work just to score 2 points. When you watch how carefree Haliburton plays and how big everybody's eyes are when he has the ball, it's really scary to watch.
We are not talking enough, in my humble opinion, about the coaching masterclass from Rick Carlisle. We saw him do it with the Dallas Mavericks. What he's able to do with galvanizing a locker room, he has great players, but some people, even at ESPN, say that Tyrese Haliburton isn't at that superstar level yet. That's an opinion. And here's the thing, though. They haven't lost 2 games in a row since March. He stuck with Mathurin last night. He's made so many adjustments against the Knicks. What have you liked from him, Wendy?
Well, he's also got a very calm demeanor most of the time. When he calls for it, he can get fiery. When you look at him, he's under control. Also, I want to point out something that they did last night. They ran, I don't know what you would call it, but they ran this double drag screen at the top of the key. 77. Amateurs like me call it double drag. All right.
So some people call it double high.
They ran it more times in that game than they'd run it in any game all year. That was an adjustment, and it got Haliburton open over and over and over again. It totally flummoxed the Knicks. And that, look, maybe his assistant coach suggested to him. I don't know where he got it. But just that
he has a good coaching staff as well.
In strategy, in series strategy adjustment that is so vital. That's what helped unlock Haliburton last night. Time after time, he came down there. They put Brunson and Towns in it over and over, and it was like a blender. Haliburton would get the corner turned, or sometimes he would go that way, sometimes he'd go that way. Awesome game plan from Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, I think they did a great job of just picking on that kid at the park. Brunson was that kid at the park. He got picked on. They pointed at him plenty of times. They came off of ball screens, and they made it to where if he does switch, he's going to get buried under the rim, and it's going to be an easy pass and a dunk. I think they did an incredible job of just saying, hey, man, he's got to play today. Unless he can get stops and defensive rebounds by himself, it's just not going to happen today. They also did a great job of just pestering Cat on one end, and on the other end, they said, after you just did all that, you exerted all that energy, now we're going to go at you, and you're going to have to guard. And you're going to have to guard for 3 and 4 dribbles at a time. When you have that going on with that combination, it's hard to make shots at the end. It's hard to make free throws.
It was this amazing moment. Tibbs called a timeout. They had the audio on, if you watch the broadcast. He's in the huddle asking his team, sprint, run with them, and you actually look at the guys. Bridges is heaving.
Oh, yeah.
Towns is wiping sweat off his face. It's like, Tibbs, they're trying, they're working. It's just the Pacers are going faster than they can go.
Yeah, the pace has been unbelievable, but it's like you said, all those long rebounds you see happen, Haliburton is grabbing those, and it's 1 or 2 dribbles. I love how it makes me think about Jason Kidd a lot. You know, that was one of my favorite guys.
Yeah.
Got a chance to play with him. But if you watch Jason Kidd, he only used maybe 3 dribbles to get it up the court. It wasn't a lot of dribbles. He throw it out there and he chases it. You watch Haliburton, he does that a lot. He keeps the ball in front of you. Any mistake you make, he takes up the space and then he cuts you off with his body. You see him jump up with 2 feet and do that under the basket finish all the time. It's because he's putting his body to where it's a danger. If you come over here and you contest this, he's not only going to hit this layup, he's going to get another free throw. I love the way he's playing right now.
All right, the lights are out. It has gotten very loud. We know what's about to happen. The Thunder are going to come out, so it's going to get even louder. Another place that gets loud, Madison Square Garden. What's been going wrong for your Knicks?
I don't think anything's going wrong, and that's rare for me to say.
The Pacers playing right. It's not the Knicks.
Pacers are playing the right way. They're doing the right things, and they're making it tough. I think that there's adjustments that can be made on New York's end, but I can't say they're playing bad. I love the effort from Cat. I love the effort from Brunson. I love Mikal Bridges at the end and Obi getting in there to say we don't want to lose. I love that. It's just trying to get stops on somebody that's playing, what is he, 6'6" at the point?
Yeah, man.
He can see over everything. He's making jump passes. When he's sharing the sugar like that, if you're Neesmith, how are you going to miss these shots?
Right.
I agree. I kind of felt like it was kind of like the Wolves the other night in Minneapolis. I thought they played a pretty good game. It wasn't a perfect game. The team they played was just better.
Yeah.
I thought the Knicks played a pretty good game last night. Their turnovers seemed to go down a little bit. But the big problem with the Knicks, Vanessa, Towns and Brunson, when they're on the court together in this series, are minus 24.
Yeah.
Right.
And those are 2 All-NBA players. You need them to be great together. If they're just average, you're in a little bit of trouble. If they're getting beat like they are, you're in real big trouble.
Yeah, I got yelled at for saying that, but I kind of knew it. I kind of knew it, but I got yelled at for it. But hey, I'm gonna stick beside them, man. They can come out here and they can still get it done. Like I said, I've been a guy down 3-1. I was in those locker rooms, and I heard what needed to be said. I know what needs to be done. It can be done, but
yeah, you had number 23.
When we talk about the mountaintop, we needed more than 23. We had 23. We had 2.
Number 2.
What was K-Love wearing at the time? Why can't I?
Was he double zero? He was wearing 0.
Double zero. We had J.R. Swish. We had a lot of weapons. We had the ball guy over there, Richard Jefferson.
You did.
Don't just be doing announcing. You go out there and
they had Shump and they had Brian.
We had Chad and Brian. We had them all.
As the Thunder look loose, they look ready. Under 11 minutes until tip-off, which of course you can watch with the ESPN crew. All right, you are watching Hoop Streams presented by DoorDash. Oklahoma City returns home for Game 5, where they've dominated opponents in the postseason. They're 7-1 and have outscored opponents by 23.9 points per game. The Timberwolves face elimination for the first time this postseason, but we're 2-0 in road games when facing elimination in the 2024 playoffs. All right, we are now joined by our girl, Chiney Ogwumike. And Chiney, one thing is for certain, We're watching two really young superstars with Anthony Edwards and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What a competition it's been between them so far.
It has been stellar. I feel like every game you expect one of them to go off in a way that's iconic, that's, you know, really cements their superstar status. Why you looking so stiff?
I'm trying to give you room on camera. I love what you're saying, though.
She called him out immediately.
It's
I
one
love
of those,
that.
like, how do you want it? As we're looking at the Thunder, it's getting, like, unconscionably
Music is
loud.
up.
The music
The players is out.
The players are coming out.
Iman starting to sweat.
Yeah, hey, listen, it's a tradition here on Hoop Streams, presented by DoorDash. SGA so far, by the way, getting the better of Anthony Edwards. Anybody who's watched that series knows that. So if you were starting an NBA team right now, are you starting it with SGA or Anthony Edwards?
I refuse.
I refuse.
I refuse. This is too hard of a question. But for the sake of you asking and my job, what I'll just say is this. Anthony Edwards has that box office highlight, go on the road factor. You never know what you're going to see. He's just a walking movie. But being in Oklahoma City, seeing what Shai has done, you got to respect consistency. A team that has had one of the best records, a team that has the MVP, the reigning MVP. As much as I love Ant, like, if I'm a business person, I'll probably go Ant, but if I'm a hooper, I'm going to go with SGA because the consistency is beautiful.
Speaking of hoopers, we just saw Rudy Gobert, your boy Joe Ingles, who before the game.
Without a doubt. Free my boy Joe.
Free Joe. All right.
Hold on, before we go.
Okay.
I got to let you know.
All right.
I'm all about, SGA. I love everything that he's been doing. And I see he's still just 26, so he can still get out there and do it with the best of them.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is 23 years old.
True.
It's a big difference.
We still have not seen the best of him at all. We haven't seen him click on all cylinders. He's got the highest ceiling in the NBA, and it is not a secret. If I'm starting a ball club, I'm starting it with that guy right there because he has no clue how big this moment is, and he smiles with all 32 for the moment.
All right.
Love that.
Hey, listen, on Hoop Streams presented by DoorDash, we love music. You are looking at three music lovers. So how about some diss tracks that our team put together? I absolutely love this. Game one, album cover. You know the art of a good album cover?
Yeah.
It used to be a way bigger deal than it is now, but back in the day, they really put it together. You got Outkast from game one. SGA, of course, went off after receiving his MVP before the win.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this a 10. This looks real. It looks believable.
It doesn't look real.
It does.
It don't look real. I think if they switch the
Oh
hands,
my gosh. No.
love that one.
All right.
You like this one too?
I
like Outkast better.
Love it.
I think, Outkast might be the more modern group, but a nod to the Beatles,
It's
a
a
nod
classic.
to album
It's a classic.
Abbey Road. Game three, okay, this was the one T-Wolves win so far.
That's
It
the
looks
one.
like Nas here.
That's the one.
There was no Photoshop needed here.
Yes, I love this. This
This
fits
is the
him.
one that actually looks like real.
The one thing we needed to do, we probably should have put Atlanta in the background for him. That's the only thing we
You're
could
right.
have did. If we
The
just threw
ATL.
Atlanta back down, it might have worked out.
Atlas, right?
ATL.
All right, game four album cover. The Thunder's big three erupted. New Kids on the Block feels appropriate for this one.
It's true because they're the youngest team in the NBA, so they truly are the new kids on the block.
I love this.
I saw them once perform in Connecticut, New Kids on the Block.
You did? How did Shai
I
do?
was waiting for TLC.
How did Shai do?
It was fun. They killed it. Like
I love that.
It was they killed it. Oh, you said I'm weak.
No.
I'm weak. I'm weak.
All right, good stuff. We're now moments away from the start of game four. So let's talk more about it, shall we? It's time now for the player to watch Dash Pass presented by DoorDash. Win or go home scenario for the Timberwolves, so all eyes obviously are going to be on Ant-Man. The young phenom has looked great at times, kind of pedestrian at others. We know the stars have to shine brightest in an elimination game. That is true in any sport. So as we welcome back Brian Windhorst, what do you need to see tonight from Anthony Edwards in this elimination game?
Okay, so I know that there's going to be a desire for him to just get the ball and force it. He can't get the ball and force it.
Ooh, we got a ball over here.
I'm trying to get it
Don't
back.
force it.
Look,
Don't
she got
force
addicted.
it.
She getting addicted.
Don't force it.
I hold it
All
if
right,
you need
they've got to find a way to relieve a little bit of pressure.
No turnovers.
Because you're right, no turnovers. Good job. They're gonna bring the double and triple team.
Without a doubt.
So they have to find a way to get him the ball when he's on the move. So you can't do it. So the easiest way to do it is to play through Julius Randle. Julius Randle averaged 7 assists in the last round. He's averaging 3 assists in this round. He can be a playmaker. There's more for him to do. I think they got to lean on him. There was a game against the Warriors where Julius Randle actually had 6 assists to Ann Edwards. That's the kind of game they have to have tonight.
Yeah, and that's actually what helped him, especially in the second half of that Warriors game. I absolutely believe Julius Randle will bounce back because we've seen him have a consistently good playoff performance, but now, you know, they're going up against the best defense in the NBA, so it takes adjustments. But when I think about Ann Edwards, we talked about these numbers before. He only had 2 field goals in a half. He had 13 total. It's an elimination game.
That's right.
All eyes are on the stars, which means that you've got to shoot your shot. You've got to be aggressive early. The reason they won game 3 was because he was aggressive from the jump. Now it takes some collaboration. Maybe Julius finds him. Or maybe we see more of those, you know, double drag situations.
Or we free Joe Ingles.
Huh?
Free Joe.
Joe.
He's saying free Joe till it's backwards. Joe free.
No, or maybe you run some floppy action to get him off of double screens, to get, you know, if they're going to double team, you want to make that defender as a post player late. Yeah. There are scenarios that you can do to sort of take the pressure off of Ant. But I do agree, Julius Randle is the one that's going to be the X factor here.
All right, I do want to do our quick call to action here. Get this, if Anthony Edwards or any player scores 50 points tonight, Dash Pass members get a free tender combo from Wingstop tomorrow on DoorDash. Terms apply. Yum. All right, Iman.
That's all he gets.
Elimination game. You've been here as a player. What do you need to see tonight from the Wolves?
Establishing themselves early. I think the Thunder need to come out here and feel like they're on their heels from the jump. You don't want a team to see this is all we have to continue to do to put them away. Whenever you see somebody in your rear view in the playoffs, you put them to bed. You do not mess around. You throw your kill shot. You get all your starters out at the end, and you start resting up, and you start preparing for the next battle. When you see that right now, the first quarter that comes down to, I need to see the Wolves out here tenacious. I need to see that defense like it was game 3. I need to see Edwards making everybody play fast. Everybody play at your tempo because nobody can go that fast.
You know what's crazy? The different motivation factors. For the Thunder, they want to motivate to eliminate, right? They want to eliminate this team. On the other side, they want to extend. So you see 2 teams that are going to play desperate knowing that they're 1 win away. That guy and his squad from the NBA Finals. Don't you feel like this is a dream or destiny? So what? I guess for me, what you're telling your team is, 1, trust the process. Don't be anything other than what we've been. That guy is unguardable in the mid-range. Don't start doing anything different. We know he's going to be consistent. More so for the Timberwolves. I think, like you said, he started off the season making a lot of threes, but sometimes when you shoot, actually, not even, he made the most threes in the NBA this regular season. When you shoot, you sometimes settle. It takes away your aggression. It's like, do anything that gets you up. Anything that gets you hype. Even if it means that, you know, if you're missing shots, you're going to the free throw line, you're diving on the loose balls. Like, those are the things that actually make you sleep well at night no matter how the game goes, knowing that your effort was there.
Similarly to Tyrese Haliburton, who was the aggressor from the start, you need to see that from Ant tonight. Brian, what are you looking for tonight?
You've got to give Ant an opportunity to make an impact on the game.
Yep.
I know that there's this desire that he's got to score 45. All he has to do is make an impact. If he can do that, he will have done his job. If he can make an impact, the Wolves will have a chance.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that Ant is out there making sure that he's getting where he wants to go. I think he didn't even realize it. It was already too late by the time he did. The Thunder got him to do everything they wanted him to do.
That's a fact.
And that's why he didn't have a good game. It wasn't about him struggling shooting the ball, struggling to pick his spot. It was the fact that you were unaggressive, played right into their hands. That was their game plan, and they won with it.
Dictating.
I would hope that he knows now, even if they send a double team, whatever, it's time to beat the double team. You're going to get looked at as selfish, and that sucks. You're going to get looked at that plenty of times throughout this game. But if you don't show it, a lot of times your team's going home.
It is win or go home for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Thunder, of course, at the end of the night could advance to the NBA Finals. Thank you, everybody, for watching Hoop Streams presented by DoorDash, and enjoy the game.
Is on.
Good music.
The players are here.
The players.
The crowd is loud.
It's lit.